Good afternoon, everybody. It is a Saturday here in Central Florida, and it is some nice weather, a little bit of a breeze, but it is still pretty warm. Either way, we have some updates for you here over at Universal Studios side. We just recently did some updates over at Islands, but there was kind of a lot over there, and then kind of the same thing over here. There's kind of a lot going on, so we're gonna have a specific video for you today based on all the updates here at Studios side. There are some construction updates happening over at Dreamworks. We have the Starbucks location going back to its other location. We just want to show you everything going on here at Universal Studios to give you a little refresher on what's going on right now in the month of October, almost November now. I know it has been a while since we've come into Universal Studios side when it is not HHN, but that's what we are doing for today. Again, we are showing you guys just what is going on. But we do have about another week left of Halloween Horror Nights. If you guys are not aware, it is open until I believe November 4th this year. So they are extending it through kind of that first weekend in November. One of the updates that I believe we've already mentioned in some of our videos is that they have opened up both sets of turnstiles to get into the park. Right now they only have the right side open here, but that other side does open, especially during HHN. It is up and going, so just so you guys are aware, you can use either side when they are open. They don't have any annual pass holder sign-ins or anything like that like they do over at Disney. And another thing to let you guys know is they don't have the facial recognitions over here at Studio side either. That is only over at Islands. I want to come over here and show you some merchandise nice and early, but I also want to point out that if you are a Premier Pass holder and you want valet, they obviously do not give it to you during HHN. However, we were able to do valet because it was still early enough today, and as long as you pick up your car before 7 p.m., you aren't charged for like the normal rates. So we will definitely be out of here before 7 p.m., but just so you guys are aware, Premier Pass holders can still utilize valet on HHN nights. You just got to be out of there before 7. Now, something I want to mention is this right here. You have a lot of discount on the HHN merch as we are kind of closing out the season. Again, we have about a week and a half-ish left of events going on, and you can see we are starting to see some of the discounts. So 30% there, 50% there. You kind of just have to see what you can find. There are just discounts throughout. Also, this is the last week to pick up the magnet here, so you can see, again, this is HHN based, but either way, if you guys wanted those magnets, the only one you can get this week now is the Hellfire Club. And then over here, just to show you some of the merchandise, 30% off of the long sleeve here, which is that Hellfire Club shirt. You have 50% off this like wooded sign here. Looks like the frost shots are 30%, but it doesn't look like those are on discount yet. So again, you kind of have to pick and choose and look to see what actually has the discount. I don't know if they'll go any steeper than this. Like, I don't know if this will end up going to 50% or not, but as of now, again, because we're at the end of the season, you can pick up some discounted HHN merchandise. Now, it is not the most new thing, but we haven't done an updates video for you guys in a while, and the studio snacks here are now officially open here as soon as you get into the park. This was kind of being worked on for a while, and we've seen it in some of my older videos, but as far as an updates video goes, this is now officially open. I'll show you some of the menu items here just in 1 second. Let me go ahead and get over there. And here you can see we have an African lentil and potato sambusa coffin. It looks like an everything pretzel, some lemon hummus, pineapple bowls, warm chocolate chip cookie, vegan chocolate brownie, or actually a vegan dark chocolate brownie, snowballs. So it's all kind of up here. Very interesting, the all like seasoned up pretzel there, but either way, kind of like your typical theme park snacks that they have here. Feels a little bit healthier, I will say that, compared to some of your other options, and priced pretty appropriately as well. Now, it has been open for a little while, but the Universe store right here up front, which I think used to just be the like Hello Kitty store, has been kind of revamped to this Universe store or Universe store. I'll show you a little bit of what's going on in there. It's pretty much just like a bunch of merchandise for Universal, but it's actually kind of nice. There's some unique pieces in there, but I'll do just a quick walkthrough to show you the Universe store. And as we head in, we can see, again, just kind of a bunch of random stuff already up front. So looks like over here, some troll shirts right up front. You have, like, you know, kind of HHN stuff there, or at least some of the monsters. Just some generic pieces here. You have Felix the cat over here. Let's see, more trolls. Over in this corner, it looks like you have some Minions merchandise, things like that. So again, it's a little hodgepodge of everything inside of here. Looks like they have some more Spider-Man merch here. I haven't actually seen this one here. Looks like kind of like a crop toppy hoodie. Says "Be Amazing." Looks kind of like a kid's maybe, I don't know, or just it's a crop top, but it's kind of this pink color. You can actually see the little Spider-Man logo over there, which is actually kind of nice. But either way, that is the Universe store. Now what we're gonna do is kind of head around the corner. I also want to point out, not that everybody cares that much about HHN that watches the updates videos, but the Zodiac symbol here, or I guess the Dark Zodiac signage, looks different than the original one that they had, and I think it is a different banner. I'm not totally positive, but I'm thinking it is. It looks different than the one that was originally posted up. It took them almost a few weeks just to get it back up and operational, and I feel like it was damaged or something. There was that hurricane that came through, so I don't totally know. But either way, I'm gonna head over here to the Five and Dime just to kind of tell you a little bit about something. It also looks like might have some construction updates over there around that tree across the street, if you guys can see that. It looks like it's kind of barricaded off, so something going on with the tree. So over here at the Five and Dime, you can see, which I also posted in our Islands update, you can go ahead and do the Get a Postcard with You and Earl, which is basically the tribute store selection that you have this year. So you'll end up putting your photo on one of those postcards, and then you'll go ahead and have it hung up inside of the tribute store and get it at the end of the season. But I also think that you get 5 of the postcards and then 1 of the custom ones, which is what I was pointing out in our other video. As you can see in the bottom corner there, it looks like you're getting all of that. So you're getting the one that has your custom one on it, and then you're getting 5 of the actual ones, which I believe are down here. You can see them kind of lined up, which I pointed out before. Again, all of this is not technically new to Universal. We did cover it over at Islands. But either way, the last thing I want to point out here at the Five and Dime is you can come over here to get an exclusive HHN. It's like a card and then also a poster for Harry Potter, and I'll put a little snippet in right now of us picking them up from HHN last night just so you guys can see, but they are free to annual pass holders, so if you are an annual pass holder, feel free to come pick up your free goodies here at the Five and Dime. If you guys are not aware either, the Jurassic Park tribute store has been taken down. I believe it closed in the start of October, so it has been closed for about a month now. But I believe, and I'm not positive, but I'm thinking that they're going to be swapping locations with the tribute store. So I believe this is going to be the Christmas one, because it was the summer one, and then they put the the Halloween one back over in the New York section. So what I'm guessing is they're going to be swapping them back and forth to allow them to kind of build them up. So they're going to build this one out, and then this will open up as soon as the Halloween one is done. Then the Halloween one will basically get taken down, but I'm guessing that they're working inside of here. I could be wrong. I'm not positive, but that would be my guess, is they're going to be swapping them back and forth just so that way they can put a lot of effort in. Otherwise, they're kind of in a time crunch between setting them up and taking them down. So I'll keep you updated on that, but we'll see. But don't be surprised if we see the holiday tribute store back over here in Hollywood. As we are coming up to Mel's Drive-In, I would like to also point out that the cars have been removed from the front as well. Mel's has been closed down for, I feel like, almost 2 months now at this point. Maybe longer, maybe shorter, I don't know. But it's been quite a while. So Mel's is no longer up and running for the time being. I don't know when it's actually going to come back and operational, but you can see the cars are not here, and you can still get a little bit of Mel's over across the street. Over there, they do have a Mel's die-in for Halloween Horror Nights, and it is open during the event, so you can get a few items over there. But either way, Mel's is currently closed. Any updates on that, I will go ahead and let you know. Which I guess is kind of a good segue to say, if you guys want to see more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Also consider following my Instagram. A lot of times I'll post little updates in the story portion there. So anything new that we see inside the parks, it's typically the first time people are going to see it is on my Instagram story. Then I typically make a video about it because that's a little bit quicker hits for you. So if you guys are interested, follow my Instagram. One of the bigger things I wanted to go ahead and point out is we have a lot of music happening around us is look out here on the Lagoon. I believe we are starting to kind of finalize some sort of a semblance of a nighttime show here at Universal. So I don't know what it's going to be. People are predicting we're going to get drones. I don't really know. I'm not too certain. I feel like they're going to do a drone show over at Epic Universe because I feel like that whole park is meant to be so advanced and, kind of technology driven. However, I could see it happening over here, but you can see a lot of these plates and kind of I don't know, like the walk paths here out onto the water. So it looks like they've been doing a lot of work. I don't know if those are gonna stay there. It'd be kind of crazy if they did like a little dancing show out there. I don't really know, but we've had a lot of work being done out on the lagoon. So do be prepared to hopefully see a nighttime show here after HHN has kind of closed out. I don't think they're gonna do it anytime during HHN. I think it'll come after, and I'm gonna say maybe a month or so we might get some sort of announcement, or maybe it just kind of pops up. You know, Universal loves to keep things under wraps, then all of a sudden just like drop something crazy on you. So keep an eye out for that. Again, we'll let you know when it does happen, but there has been some work here out on the lagoon. As we are heading over to the Dreamworks area to show you some of that, I do want to point out over here at the Cafe La Bamba restaurant, no longer do we have the Starbucks attached to it. So for a while there, we did have the Starbucks right here. I'll show you the revamped Starbucks as soon as we head over to that side of the park. But either way, Cafe La Bamba is no longer housing Starbucks. So if you were being told, come here, you know, in the past, it is back at its original location. They have finished the refurbishments and it is no longer here. You can still come to Cafe La Bamba. Looks like you can order over at the bar over there as well if you guys are interested in something like that. Something else I need to mention is the food booths that are open for Halloween Horror Nights are not open to daytime guests. So if you're seeing these treats online that you're like, oh, look how cool, you know, these treats are at Universal for Halloween, it is not for the entire day. It is not for the day guests. All these booths open up in the evening during the Halloween Horror Nights event. So you'll see some of these food booths that kind of have menus and things around the parks. You cannot order those items unless you are attending Halloween Horror Nights. I just don't want you to get your hopes up and then realize that you can't get those specialty items. Now, right next to me, you can see Shrek and Fiona doing a little character meet and greet over here, and I have to be back here to be able to show you kind of the top of the roller coaster over there. I'll see if I could zoom in just a little bit, as much as I kind of can. They have now painted it. It was like a white and green or a white and blue, and it looks like they have now changed it to green, orange, and yellow. That's what I can see from back here. So it looks like they've done some fresh painting there, a new color. Again, I'm hearing it's the roller coaster for Trolls. I'm not positive on that, but either way, that looks to be painted up. And then next to it, which I believe is now meant to be Shrek's hut over here, you can see all the scaffolding. I'll show you a little bit of a closer look. Again, the closer we get, the more that the wall's covered, so I kind of have to do a bad angle back here, but I can show you a little bit, and you can kind of see the wiring and stuff of almost that hut there on top. Again, I'll see if I can get decently close look for you, but you can see the way that the wires kind of angle up and kind of make this like hut slash volcano look to it almost. And that is going to be, again, Shrek's hut, to my knowledge. I'm not positive, but I thought that's what they were saying. So we can see the roller coaster, Shrek's hut, a lot of construction happening over there. You can see almost like that like steel wall next to it. I think that's just meant to hide it. But either way, we do see some construction happening over here. A lot of scaffolding. So I'm excited to see when this actually does come about. I don't know how long it's going to take, but this has been closed off for a while. I feel like these walls move in and out. Sometimes they're like further out, sometimes they're closed off a little bit more. It just kind of depends, I feel like, on the day slash week. Either way, that is the construction that we are seeing here. Also, it looks like Patrick and SpongeBob are doing meet and greets inside. Sometimes you can catch them both doing some meet and greets, and it looks like they are both inside doing so. But either way, we need to continue on around the park. This is what I'm talking about here as well. So you do have some gates for Stay and Scream that they're kind of setting up, but this is the booth. You can see it is not open. This is all kind of preparation for Halloween Horror Nights here. Either way, keep that in mind if you guys are coming on a night for HHN, that you will see increased crowds around that 3 o'clock mark. That's when people can come in with their Scream early tickets. Also, it does kind of just get a little bit more congested because, again, they're gating things off, trying to kind of control the crowds as they prepare for the night. And that is Wednesday to Sunday. Granted, the season's almost over, so for you guys that might be coming later this year or early next year, you won't really have to worry about that. The Simpsons area has been going through a lot of renovations recently, and as of now, things have gone ahead and opened up back here. I have pointed this out in the past, but again, because some of you guys don't necessarily watch a lot of the HHN content that we do here, I just want to point out that, again, it is wide open now. Everything is back and operational here in Simpsons Land. It was kind of closed off. There was walls all the way out there. You were kind of getting funneled by all the games, and it just got really congested. So really nice that they opened all this back up. I will go ahead and point out that they went ahead and redid the sign there for Men in Black. I don't actually know if they touched much up as far as like new things or if they just kind of cleaned it up. They did have it kind of walled off. They took out all of the interior, and then again, within about a week or two, it was back up and operational. So it is nice to see that they're doing some work to the signage. I didn't think it looked that bad, but it could have just been like the sun beaming down on it and kind of drawing away some of that fade and whatnot. So as of now, though, it has been redone and it looks kind of the same. So I don't think they've changed much to it. I think, again, they probably just kind of cleaned it up, maybe repainted a few things because, again, the sun will definitely wear things out. You'll find that if you have a car down here, and for example, if you have like a magnet on your car, it'll definitely start to wear it out on that spot. If you want to be part of the Halloween Horror Nights content here, feel free to come take a photo in front of this banner. It is near the scare zone, which is called the Shipyard 32, near the exit of the Fast and Furious ride here in San Francisco. Now, right across from me, you can see this new food booth has opened. This is in San Francisco. It's meant to kind of look like a trolley car that you can see. We have tried the bubble tea there. It is amazing. A pretty nice portion size too. The flavor is fantastic. Highly recommend picking that up if you guys are interested in bubble teas. I think it's either a mango or like passion fruit or something. Very, very good. Also, we tried the egg rolls there. They were good. I don't think that they had any meat inside them. I think they were a veggie egg roll. So I think I prefer them with some sort of meat in them. However, they were also pretty good as well. But again, that Golden Gate Sunset was fantastic here. Highly recommend this as well. And I think I've also heard that the donut sticks that they have here are also very good as well. Right here, we can see some of the stands that they are getting ready for Stay and Screen. This whole area will basically be shut down in just a little bit, and it will turn into a holding area. But we're going to come over here to the Starbucks coffee that is now back in its original location, like I mentioned. So I'll show you the inside. I feel like it's like very much like just a normal Starbucks now. I feel like there was a little bit of theme to it before, but now it kind of feels like your very typical Starbucks. So let me show you. And you can see, I mean, look at like the coloring, and nothing really speaks like Universal to me. And I don't know, maybe I'm like confused. I thought the Islands one felt a little bit more like theme parky, where I feel like these just now seem like, I don't know, just very much like something you would find in like the city or something, kind of the basic color tones and everything like that. And maybe that's what they wanted to do with it, is definitely give it that Starbucks vibe. Either way, very busy in here as well. But now the Starbucks, again, back in its original location and just as busy as ever. Now, if it's been a while since you've been to Universal and the last time you saw the Mummy was closed, it is now open. And it has been open for quite a while, at least probably I think 3 months or so, 4 months now maybe at this point. But it's been open and it is very, very good. Great ride. Not everything works inside of there. Some of the like figures and things that should be popping out don't always pop out, things like that. So it doesn't feel like it's totally working as like 100% as you would maybe assume, but it is up and operational nonetheless. Here is the tribute store also for Halloween Horror Nights. So this is, again, it's a temporary thing. It's only going to be here for probably another week and a half as well. So by the end of next weekend, this will be kind of shut down, and then we'll be waiting for the next one. We do have a full tour of it, so if you guys are interested, feel free to go and watch that video. We go ahead and check out all the rooms, all the merchandise, everything like that. Very, very cool inside, but again, it could take a very long time just to show you that. So we made a specific video for that one if you guys are interested in seeing the new tribute store for Halloween Horror Nights this year. I also need to point out that there are 2 new food booths here in New York. So there's 57 Fair right here, and I forgot the name of the other one right across from it, and they're kind of like back to back with each other. They do have different items, some of the same things like chips and things like that. There is actually a freestyle machine over there if you guys are interested, so they have another one here in New York. But again, 2 new food stands that have opened up here over the past month or so. Now another update that isn't super new, but again depends on how long you guys have been paying attention to the updates in the parks. We do have the Pop Banana booth along with everything here in Minions Land right here. So this is Illumination Avenue, Minions Land. We have a Minion Cafe right here with some fantastic food. We haven't tried everything, but what we have tried has been superb. Also, they have the Freeze Ray Pops, which is a popsicle stand. very, very good. Some of the best popsicles I've had, also inside of a theme park at that, which is just insane. They have a new ride, which we'll show you guys in just a second as well. But basically, this whole area has been revamped into this Minions type area. You still have Despicable Me up front, and like I said, we'll show you the VillainCon Minion Blast right up front as well here in a second. And then again, all of these food options right along this whole avenue here, and it's being transformed. And right across the way, we do have Rip Ride Rocket, which leads me to my next point for you guys. And that would be that Rip Ride now only has one selection per category. They removed all of the other selections, which is definitely something unique and I was not expecting, but they did put Sandstorm as one of your options. So if you guys have been wanting to jam out to Darude Sandstorm while riding Rip Ride Rocket, it is now currently a selection choice here for the ride. Also, they were doing quite a bit of work on this food stand over here, and I believe all they did was just extend it out to put those Coke Freestyle machines in. So now they have Freestyle machines right up front here as well. So that's always a plus to be adding a few more of those. But I just wanted to point out that that isn't new. All they did, like I said, I think they just revamped it and then added this like back section here to go ahead and get those added in. As we come up to VillainCon Minion Blast, the exit of the ride spits you out into this Evil Stuff store, and there is a lot of merchandise in there. Again, we've covered everything here at some point on the channel, but if you guys are interested in some VillainCon merch or just Minions merch in general, feel free to stop there. Or again, Despicable Me has some stuff as well. There is, I think, a little bit of overlap, but it is pretty unique to the ride and to kind of the villain side of Minions, if you will. And finally, we have Illumination's VillainCon Minion Blast. This is where you'll team up with the Vicious Six and go ahead and blast your way through the ride. It's a unique experience. Not my favorite attraction. I think I still prefer Men in Black as far as a blaster goes. But this is so unique and it's so technologically advanced that it's kind of something that I think is only going to get better the more that you play. There's a lot of interactivity within the app. So this is the only thing I've ever seen where you have an app that actually like interacts kind of with the game, where you can change your blaster and everything like that. So this is their new ride that they've opened up here in Universal Studios at the moment. Again, great ride, especially for kids. If you liked Despicable Me, you're gonna like VillainCon Minion Blast. And there you go. Those are all of the updates here at Universal Studios. And again, we did Islands of Adventure, and if you guys are interested in seeing all of those updates, I'll leave it in the comments below so you guys can check that out. Because again, there are a lot of things happening over there. That is like full of walls. There are a ton of construction updates over there. Universal, I think, just has like new things that have shown up over the past month or two. But either way, that will do it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed tagging along with us today. I know it was probably a little bit shorter and just more informative for you. Looks like a lot of people are coming in to Halloween Horror Nights. Either way, we are getting out of here. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.